We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Oh, hello. How's everyone doing out there? Talking shit. That's right. I like doing less shows because I think the quality gets better the less shows I do. How you guys doing? Today we're going to talk a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff has been happening, and this is the reason I kind of wanted to back off on the shows a little bit. We have glue shortages, right? Like prep. So now every track is going to be no prep. We have the Dodge Challenger supposedly is going to be offered by Dodge. Supposedly, it's going to be offered by Dodge with E85 from the factory as an option. What the fuck? Like what? Oh my! Don't get me started on this shit. I don't want to get off kilter. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to review a data log with you guys. There's a data log that I have here that I think shows a really good thing to look out for when it comes to reading logs. A lot of you guys probably want to see me do some data log reviewing and more tuning heavy stuff. But I'm going to leave that for last because this one was a funny one today. A gentleman was saying he was not happy. He was wondering why he was down on horsepower. And the data log was one of those great data logs that shows you, as long as you know how to think and use your fucking brain, what exactly was happening. And as always, let's thank the sponsors. We got 2 Auto Solutions, Oh My God Cookies. By the way, we're giving away cookies. That's right, we're giving away cookies. 2 Auto Solutions, Calamar Transmissions, Oh My God Cookies, and The Parts Farm. If you guys saw the video of the GT500 where I took the trans out and pretty much busted up every single one of my knuckles, you saw that they provided every single clamp for a Gen 1 Mustang exhaust. The big clamp, the small clamp, and all the rubber pieces and the hardware. Shipped it to me in a wonderfully packaged box. Thank you so much, The Parts Farm. So we got to talk some shit here. Say hi to the people here. Then we're going to talk about the Challenger first, and we're going to see if that's something that Ford should have offered from the get-go. We got Angel H, we got HTFU, Grad, Spicy Chicken, Evan Smith. Which one? Now, guys, understand this. If we follow each other on social media, specifically Instagram, and you decide to like a girl that does OnlyFans in one of her stories that's her jiggling her ass and tits, it tells me you liked it. It tells me, by the way, this guy ended up liking this girl's ass. So guys, don't hit the like button on Instagram to rat yourself out and let everybody know that you're out there clicking the heart on OnlyFans chicks. What the fuck is wrong with people? Let me move the Parts Farm logo because I want to see some of that smoke. I want to see some of the smoke shine off the light in the background. We got Dave Redmond, Rican 50, SVT Snake, EPA, Cookie Night. Best of luck, fellas. May the funniest comment win. Affirm Snack Pack, Matt 2011 GT, Alex firing up the smoke machine right now. Absolutely, dude. Motherfuckers are out there liking OnlyFans models and Instagram rats you out. Stop doing that. Like the video by physically looking at it. Do not double tap that shit. What is wrong with you? Don't worry, Lake. Today I'm going to win. It says SVT Snake. What's up, Alex? Legion Fab, Gallo Bravo, Isaiah Davalos, Low and Slow, Coca-Cola, Garage Built Coyote, Low and Slow, Paul Sachs, Kilometers, Samba V, Corey, Onyx GT, Slow, Caddy, Legion, The Enema Forcer, Evan Smith, Smudgy Trent, SK Productions, Patrick Lynch, Ian Oz, Nick Rogers, User, Austin A6, Hot Metal, Oliver Bryan, Coca-Cola with the best blower ever made in history, Zimbabwe Champion, Country Drift, one coffee for wheels, Kevin, S550 Mendoza, One Slow, Ron Lohenberg, 4.6 Chris, and MK Johnson. So, the Challenger. Let's talk about the article on the Challenger. Let's look at the Road and Track article and go from there. Right here, bam. Dodge reportedly planning a Challenger with 909 horsepower. Like, that's 850 to the fucking wheel on a factory car. That's to the wheel. Okay, GT500s are like high 600s or low 7s, right? It's 909 with the E85. The Challenger's on its way out the door, and after an incredible 15-year production run, Dodge finally plans to retire the retro muscle car we know and love in 2024. But if these latest rumors are to be believed, the Challenger is going out on a 900 horsepower high note. Mopar Insider, citing a unnamed source close to the project, claimed that Dodge is planning a new Challenger SRT Hellcat model that able to run E85, sometimes called flex fuel. It's never called flex fuel. It's always called the 85 bitch. Is a mixture of ethanol and gasoline. Now, the rumor is, guys, that it will have the ability to run not just E85, but E30, just like Chevy does. Just like some Chevy cars with custom tuning are able to do, they'll be able to run a mix, E30, E85, E50, but if you mix E30 and E30, you know it's E60, right? It's a popular fuel source for tuners looking to make more power, as it provides the thermal efficiency and in some cases, improved fuel consumption. Oh, absolutely, it improves fuel consumption. If Dodge wants to send the Challenger off on a high note, it likely wants to do so with as much power as possible, and since E85 is an easy way to make more power, the rumor makes sense. Mopar Insider source claims Challenger variant will have 909 horse, 69 heyo, more horses than the Challenger SRT Demon makes on race gas. Guys, I have an exclusive. I have already seen one of them in action. Check it out. Look at how nasty this Challenger on E85 is. Check it out. Oh, so badass, it knocked that motherfucker's pants right off. Let's see that shit again. Bam! Oh, look at his ass. Bro, one more time. Oh, E85 Challenger in the house. Where's the Hellcat and Trackhawks? Oh, fuck yeah. Look at this. Oh, E85 power! Knocking homies shit right off. So, that motherfucker, he's dead as fuck. So, so what do you think about the Challenger having the power to knock motherfuckers' pants off? They don't blow your doors off. They blow your pants off, son.
Hellcats and Trackhawks. They got Timmy on the turn up in the blast off. He wouldn't got out for that body, took his man.
Every sideshow is gonna be full of E85 Hellcats, and they's gonna kill people. What was that guy thinking? Oh, that's the best video ever. If you go on my Instagram, it's all over the place. I replayed it here a couple times. Good shit. So, now, my thing is this. If you can make 909 flywheel horsepower measuring behind your dick, that means you can have it pass emissions, right? Have catalytic converters and not have an issue, right? So an E85 Challenger through catalytic converters and emissions legal is ridiculous opened up. Now, my biggest issue with the Challenger is the weight. It's simply too heavy to be a viable race car. But they're robust engines, badass transmissions. I have no issue with the drivetrain. If the thing weighed 3,800 pounds, my God, deadly. But it's a big car. So now it's going to, be something to be considered. Like there's the jailbreak, which is basically means you can fucking put pink calipers and green hoods and fender flares and different, whatever. It's just like jailbreaking your iPhone. It's not like stupid. But the E85 option seems good. Now I started thinking, does that mean that they're going to go return style fuel system? Are they deadheading the system? Are they bypassing the fuel pump back into the tank? Are they using a 525 liter per hour Hellcat pump? Are they doing dual Hellcat pumps? What are they doing in the fuel system? So that means you're going to have at least 1,000 or a 95 pound injector, right? 1,000 cc or 950 cc injector to be able to provide adequate fuel, because those things don't turn a lot of high RPM, but they just need a good size injector, and I think they top out what, 6400, maybe 6200. I'm not 100% where those things typically are revved to, but that is so fucking cool to me. And I don't think Dodge is caring much about selling to the general public, but they're for some reason become the specialty. Like out of all the big three, the Ford, Chevy, or Dodge, those guys, I thought Dodge would be the last one to be the last one standing, providing badass shit. 900 horsepower factory, demons, Hellcats, jailbreaks, 1320 editions. Unbelievable. And as a kid, if you would have told me Dodge is going to be the last motherfucker standing, I would have said, you're fucking psycho. But Dodge, shout out to you for an E85 compatible Dodge Challenger that could run potentially flex fuel. Imagine if Ford, oh my God. Ford is just so lame. Yeah, that's the word. You're fucking lame as shit. You're lame as fuck. You're going to come out and the last cool car you're going to make is a Raptor R. That's it. A 750 horsepower big ass fucking truck that runs 12.1 or 11.7. And it's like, okay, big fucking deal. Right? Don't care. There's already a TRX running way in the nines. There's Jeeps running way in the nines with Concport E85. Don't care. Like, late to the party. Don't give a fuck about the specialty performance market. You've concentrated on, and I get it. I understand why you did it. But I'm sorry. You're not a performance company anymore. Like, do you see the Goodwood Festival of Speed where they debuted a van out of all things? A van. Because that's what I was waiting for. I mean, I was like, you know what? I'd love a fast electric van. I'm stupid as shit. And finally, the glue shortage? You're telling me there's a national glue shortage for tracks? You're telling me that why? Where are we getting this glue from? Did the factory shut down? Tell me again what the main ingredients in making track prep is. Isn't it like VHT? Like, the guys that make Dead Hook might want to start ramping up production. The guys that make Skinny Secret Sauce and Dead Hook, Pimp Juice, Stripper Glitter. Basically now all tracks are going to become no prep, because that's very popular. And the best thing about people that race in Florida, we are used to a track with absolutely no glue, aka Palm Beach International Raceway. So we know how to run in a track that has no fucking glue. But where the fuck do we even get a glue shortage out of all things? I've never heard of that. Like, tell me what the ingredients are. Why are we missing it? Is it a China company? Is it supply chain issues? We couldn't get acetone and VHT, and we couldn't get the right mix. Look, I know there's more to it than that, but I have no idea. Well, I have 4 gallons of Skinnies, Dead Hook, Pimp Juice, and Stripper Glitter. So apparently it's like owning gold now. Imagine you still have some of that shit, and you can say, yeah, this will be $8,000. There's a glue shortage. Like, people were selling their houses, their tutu shacks, for $500,000, and they were selling their beat up Bronco or their beat up F250, an F250 Limited, like 8 years old, was getting $60,000 on trade-in. That's ridiculous. I have no idea what the hell is happening out there. And finally, we're gonna look at a log real quick, and then we'll just talk shit with you guys, and we can talk about whatever you want. So, gentlemen, goes to a dyno, and I have only highlighted what's important, okay? I've only highlighted what's important. It's an HP Tuner's log. So, this is going to be pretty easy to read. Math pounds a minute, spark. map, which is not a thing on. This is a GT350. So, pedal is in white. In green is mile per hour. And the car's on a dyno. Okay, car's on a dyno. So we're going to look at RPM and mile an hour as I sweep across these 2 points right here. Okay, this is the wide open throttle pull. One, and then you let off, and then the car decels. This is RPM. So let's start the pull. Look at the RPMs. Tell me what's happening. Can anyone guess what's happening based on the sweep? Pedal position, white. Green, mile per hour. Red, RPM. Can anyone guess what's happening? Can anyone guess? Let me get the chat up. Can anyone guess what's happening in that log? Anyone? No. Oliver Bryan, how can it be spinning if the mile an hour, look at the mile an hour is dropping. RPMs keep going up. Look at you guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nope, wrong kilometers. Scott and EPA, Monty 540, Oliver Bryan, Matt 2011 GT, Ron Lowenberg. No, how can it be spin if mile an hour is going up? How can it be spin is mile an hour is going up? Mile an hour is dropping right here, you see? Mile an hour dropped. That's the car's mile an hour, not the dyno's mile an hour, the car's mile an hour. So if the car goes, wah, and the RPMs keep climbing, wah, and the mile per hour drops, then recovers, then drops again, you have clutch slip. One more time. What? Oh. So anyone that wants to tell me a supercharged GT350 with a stock clutch is a good idea is dead wrong. So this was, I thought, a good example to show you guys what clutch slip looks like. This is on a dyno, 5th gear, wide open throttle. Bam. Mile an hour backs down and then comes back up. Look at MAV pounds a minute. MAV pounds a minute is fucking pegged at 86. This bitch is making power and it's spun and mile an hour drop. Then he let off. And you know what the funny thing is? The operator didn't know. The operator did not know. And that's okay. Maybe he's not experienced enough to understand what clutch slip looks like. But he kept sending me logs and he kept ragging the car out. And I'm like, dude, it's slipping the clutch. Time to get a new clutch in that bitch. So someone says knock sensor not happy. Wow. And this is the thing. A lot of people don't know what the hell they're looking at, right? And you get a guy that is a amateur data log reviewer. Thank you, Vet Clutch, F-150 Flacco. Douche did it. You get someone that's an amateur data log reviewer. Will tell you, oh, knock sensors or this or that. It's very simple. Mile an hour goes down, but RPM keeps going up, and it's your clutch. There's an issue with the fuse, which is the clutch. So hopefully you guys learned something today. And but a lot of you guys probably were like, what? Like a lot of you guys probably go, wait, I don't get it. How can it has to be this is not the dyno mile an hour. It is the vehicle's mile an hour. If the car stops climbing in mile an hour, but the RPMs keep going, your clutch is slipping. Real easy on that one. Let's look at some of the comments. By the way, shout out to the people that don't pay a goddamn thing. Look at this. Super chats are dead as fuck. Shout out to you guys getting free shit all the time. Let me get down here. Jumps on Facebook. Lunch sucks. Cars down on power. Smells like burnt brakes. The tune. Guys, I had him going, this thing's not making any power. This thing's not making any power. And I go, your clutch is slipping. Of course it's not going to make any power. How can it make power if it's not transferring the power properly? I don't understand how you don't see that. I thought the Tremec trans blew up. Looks like and smells like the video pupusas. That's the same issue Wesley Evans is having. He lost mile an hour, then he fixed it. I understand now. There you go. Not enough glue on the clutch. That's crazy that a dyno operator doesn't know that the clutch is slipping. Now, I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm not here to rag on people, but you know. You should know mechanical things. You should know how things operate, especially if you own a dyno. And if you can't diagnose clutch slip on a dyno, you might want to start getting familiar as to what it looks like. Same thing with, like, if you're logging on like my car. My car is a good example, my GT500. The converter, absolutely just freewheels. If I had a sensor that was logging turbine speed versus output shaft and see what the difference is, I would have known right away that my converter's not coupling. So there should be a way of me logging certain things to see how much of a differential there's from the converter to the output shaft, to see how much slip I'm having, and to see if I need a tighter converter. Like today I installed the Sprag on the converter, and I have a video dropping because I want to see if you guys can tell me if I installed it right or not. It'll be a 10-minute video. It'll be nice and sweet, but I'll get it for you guys tomorrow. And I want you guys to let me know if I installed the Sprag in the stator properly. And I genuinely want to know if I did it right, because I'm 98% sure I did, but I might have missed something, so I'll put it out there for the people that know. How the fuck did you not know? I can smell the clutch from North Carolina. Probably a reputable shop. I am not gonna say anything about anything because I don't want to get on anybody. Clutch is toast, out of blinker fluid, too much KY. No data in the trunk equals no traction. Saw someone post on an LS page talking about a 3-time it's melted piston. Put a reputable shop, tuning shop, but can't figure it out. Has to be the tune. Be right back. Doing a charge back. Oh, please don't get me started on chargebacks. Dodge needs an Affirm Edition that comes with one seat and you pay layaway for the rest of the equipment. Oh my God. So Brian Luna sent me a very good article. Listen to this, guys. BMW is now making you pay for subscriptions for things like the seat heater. That's right. So check this out. This is from Brian Luna. He sent it to me today. BMW starts selling heated seats subscriptions for $18 a month. That's right, guys. They're able to communicate with this car over the air. And they can turn things on or off on the body control module like heated seats. So imagine you have to now, on a vehicle you own, a vehicle you bought and own, you have to pay for things that are already in the car to access them. Imagine that. Yeah, we're gonna we have a heated steering wheel, but that's an extra $20 a month if you want a heated steering wheel. And you have to up your subscription every 6 months. So we're going to charge you 6 months for a heated steering wheel and 6 months. Or we can do a package deal. Instead of 2 for $36, we can do 2 for $35 a month. Bro, it's the end of the world. If they start doing subscription services on things that cars come equipped with already, it's the end of the world. Super chat is turned off, brother. Super chat is turned off. No, it's not. Let me see. Wait, it's Tuesday. You know what? I think you're right. So let me go back to YouTube because I'm looking to get paid. I'm sorry. I don't do this shit for free. Fuck all that. So let me go to my settings. YouTube Studio. Yeah, because the last show I did was the peasant chat. So I always forget to turn it on because, trying to get you guys a show for the people. Come on, baby. All right. Super chats, super stickers, and super thanks are on. Reload your pages. Start paying them, brother. Do you know what I am saying? So let me reboot my page. Boop. And hopefully everything will be all right. Someone says power by the hour something. What did it say here about power by the hour? No different than Tesla self-driving mode. When you sell the car, it comes, the new owner has to rebuy it low and slow. But you have to earn self-drive, and it's a firmware update if I'm not mistaken. Peasant chat mode is still on. You're right. Big timer's always watching. Is it forever or just a certain period of time? I don't know. But when Brian Luna sent me that article, I was blown away by that. Now, I get Tesla. The self-drive, in my opinion, with Tesla should not be given to anybody because people are legit falling asleep. Like, legit falling asleep in the steering wheel. Like, there was a story, supposedly, and it's a rumor, and I don't know if it actually happened. $50 a month for sport mode. That's very good. Imagine that you fall asleep because you trust it. And I heard a story about a guy who had a beta version of the self-drive, and he just fucking fell right asleep. He just fell asleep. And he ended up crashing into something, and it was just enough to chop the roof off and his head. Just enough to chop the roof off and his head. The Tesla kept driving. Eventually, it lost communication with like sunroof and this and that, and it threw a couple of fault codes, and it just drifted off in a field somewhere. Firefighters showed up. There was no head on the motherfucker or roof. Roof gone. I think my neighbor missed the subscription payment for his blinkers. Agent Orange in the house. Tesla has full self-drive computer, $12,000 to turn it on, or $2,000 to drop the 0 to 60 half a second. All they have to do is send an update. SK Jeff gave me $10. EPA gave me 50. Thank you. And JD Swag, Dave Redmond, and Matt 2011, the real ones, Painter Brother, for some of the most entertaining shows out there. Look, I've seen what's out there. I've seen what's out there when it comes to the car shit. There's nothing like this show. There is nothing like this show for the car. I know Matt Farah has a show, but that's boring as shit. Homeboy, boring as fuck. Alex, does the 909 horsepower Challenger come with 909% interest rate? Did you see how fast it pulled homeboy's pants down on the sideshow? Don't you want to be that guy that smacks a guy and his pants? You make so much horsepower that you smack his pants right off. Sell your BMW seats to the Euro kids. Buy some quality buckets. Pocket the rest. Peasant chat mode is now off. Alex, for N8 cars, do they actually help out with FFE alone? Yes. My FFE in 85 10-speed always out-edges the LTH cars on racing. Yeah, but your car is lighter than the 10-speed cars. Wait, my FFE in 85 10-speed. Sorry. FFE, guys, it's a big restriction. If you have FFE and you versus when you didn't, it's like 20 horse. Now, long tubes, in my opinion, aren't that much above and beyond FFE. But it'll set you up for when you go blower. Right? So I always tell people, look, if you're going to buy FFE, aka, cat deletes, let's be honest, if they still sell them and you can have someone install them, you're going to probably make similar horsepower NA than long tubes. But when it comes to blower, I would rather do long tubes, inches, 7/8 primaries than FFE only. Love the content. Catching the, what the hell does it say here? Catching the what? Catching the live bitch. Oh, gotcha. Hey, Alex, what's your preferred OBD2 data logger? Guessing the one that Lund always uses. I can't remember the name, but what the fuck is he talking about? Is Admiral Peck back on his bullshit? An OBD2 data logger? Douche Jitter says, I love you, Alex. He's been a member for 9 months. EPA just gave you 1 month for Sport Plus. Chat and support. You did see Jeremy from Fat House posted the Voodoo Fox body. Yes, guys. Another amazing run, Jeremy. You want to hear a flat plane crank single turbo car just do some wicked shit? Let me see if I can find it. Guys, just look. Put your earbuds on. Put your earbuds on. Let's just take this shit in, because this is just severe badass shit you're about to listen to. Flat plane crank single turbo Fat House Fab / performance quality. Take a listen. Take a listen. Oop. $8-1, 178. We gotta run it back. We gotta run that shit. Come on, we gotta play this at least 3 times. One more time for the people in the back. Go ahead and tell me that your... Oh, how do you pause it? Oh, no, how do you pause it? Go ahead and tell me that your Turbo 400 turbo car that runs 6s affects you like that affects you. Tell me that any Turbo 400 car that runs 6s affects you like that car does. Not even close. What's up, Tony? How you doing? You checking out the smoke? What's up, buddy? Chevy charging $15 a month to use an app on my phone for my C8. You can pay to unlock it completely. For people that do 2-year leases and only want to pay for heated seats 6 months out of the year, it might save them a few bucks, but you're nickel and diming it. Wow, y'all started paying this guy? Of course, Juan Chava. Here's the big ballers with their money. He's still asleep. Hey, Alex, for any cars, do they actually help? I already got that. Finally, I can pay you for your services. Car ain't got no roof. Check the replay in the morning and just coming through to hit that like button. Thank you, Big Rick. I appreciate that very, very much. We got That Sounds Wild, Mr. Phil. Ron Lowenberg says, channel support for keeping me sane while my car is being a pain in the ass down at HPJ. Oh, you got the ESS car. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that car. You got a rich, then lean, unknown data. So I don't know. Maybe it's just bad O2's a connection. Who knows what's going on? I need that Fox body in my life yesterday. Sick, mother of God. I wonder how a BL Fab kit will do on a 350. It'll do pretty goddamn good. I've never heard or seen a single turbo Voodoo, if I'm being honest. And that bitch just tells you exactly everything you need to know. How it sounds, how it reacts. I think they're shifting well north of 8,000 or 9,000 RPMs. Badass stuff. Prep that good, you know it's not PBIR. This is crazy. Close to an F1 sound. I'd rather have a Fox body with Voodoo than a 350 with one. Here, Admiral Peck just says the weirdest shit ever. Let me get that nut tail hold up. The Fox hauls the mail. Alex says Omega, I am picking up an F-150 18 to 20 sometime in the future. Both you and Jake are to blame for my girlfriend, and my girlfriend looks at me. Want a turbo, but just can't with on 3. Jake's still in the air kits with it's a hard no. I don't know. Jake is talented. He's got so much on his plate. I don't think he'll get you a kit coming from Power by the Hour. The time to put it together, to sell it, make a profit, and then to support the customers asking questions about it, there's no skin in the game. That's not to say some of them will make it out there in the wild. Now, I have decided to keep my truck. This is why. I have been reached out by someone, and I think they did it the right way, in my opinion. Like, everybody wants to be wooed a little bit, right? Everybody wants to be wooed. And this person was like, hey, man, we're willing to work with you. You can do whatever the fuck you want as long as you give us feedback. And I went, you're saying all the right shit, sir. So that will let me keep the truck so that we can do more R&D on it. Today alone, guys, the R&D that happened on my truck, where's little man? He's in here. I don't want to turn on the smoke with him in the room because I am a responsible dog owner. The R&D that happened today with Junior, Multi-Tune, and the truck today was a giant leap forward, in my opinion. Okay, Junior's one of these guys that gets very motivated once you're motivated, right? He's like, Alex, you want to log? Yup. Alex, you want to tune? Yup. And I'm out there data logging, testing everything he wants. My shit got bricked in the process. Don't care. We still got to figure it out. And we ended up making something pretty special, in my opinion. Junior's really the spearhead. I just helped facilitate it by owning the vehicle. And that's some of the perks of Multi-Tune, and the future of Multi-Tune is very bright with Gen 2, Gen 3, and F-150. Gen 2, Gen 3 F-150, Gen 2, Gen 3 Mustangs. Eventually, Gen 1 will be looked at. But right now, guys, the hot sauce is Gen 2, Gen 3, F-150, and Mustang. ESS is working on F-150 kits. Shee! Gotta hit him up. We'll see what the deal is. The Voodoo noises made my day, though. Having a horrible day made it better. Thank you, Admiral Peck. No relationship whatsoever. Turvy pisses me off, too. Man Pedal Foxes turn me on. Let's go, Mama Lona. Content. Dropping a like. Watching later. 10-speed Foxes turn me on. There's a guy here. Javier Leva. You want to see one of the cleanest, Coyote swap 10R80 Foxes. I think his name is Javier Leva. I haven't seen him in like years, but he goes by the name of Kiko. He owns some badass rides. Like, guys, this guy's no joke. This guy owns that. You know what I mean? So he owns a GT. What the fuck is that? Ford GT. But a car that he owns that I absolutely love is a gray or silver. I'm not trying to look it up as his personal info. So I'm trying to just find the car because I don't want to put he's got a whole bunch of stuff on there I don't think needs to be looked at because, he's a private guy. But let me see if I can find the picture of his Fox. Dude, it's a silver 10R80. And if I'm not mistaken, Whipple Fox. So he got it way before like 2 years ago because let me see if he has any posts that show the car. Man, I gotta. If anyone knows if Kiko has a picture of his 10R 86 hatch, 10R Whipple 86 hatch, hit me up. Hit me up like on Facebook, Instagram, Instadick, whatever. That car is so fucking badass. Okay, here we go. Okay, what happened to the chat? The chat got all fucked up. Here we go. About to go back to work, but just finished watching later. There's a local tuner over here, a so-called called Yellow Jacket. They're highly accused of stealing Lund tunes for the 5.0s. What do you want me to do, man? That 2011 5.0 said that. I didn't. What do you want me to do, man? Look. No Cali Coyote tuned by anyone in Cali is better than Lund. How about that? Fuck it. Told me they're working on it, Patrick. Dodge is going to sell the subscription to Go 9s in the 909 horsepower Hellcat. Any future for multi-tune with other tuning devices? No. Unless something else comes out because look, that's like stepping on a landmine. Like making your own device is stepping on a landmine. The EPA didn't get totally clipped. You know what I mean? The EPA temporarily got their pee-pee slapped when it comes to the power plants. But when it comes to like people like us, dumb little shops, they can go and do their whole shit, and then you'd have to like litigate and go broke for a long time. But the precedent that was set by the Supreme Court ruling is a very positive thing. George Figueroa, what's up, brother? Patrick Lynch says, Peasant Gen 1 always lasts for multi-tune, not saying a goddamn thing. Boosted Coyote gave me $10 and didn't say a goddamn thing. My favorite type of question. I look forward to hearing about that venture. Blower F-150s are great and all, but turbo would be way more enjoyable. Keep us updated when you can. I think turbo, one thing I did notice on Jake's truck, right off the rip, my truck from 0 to 4,000 RPMs feels way more zippy than Jake's truck until it hits boost, and then it just rapes everything. But I like just the general putting around and having torque at low RPM. The NA version, turbos, no, it's pretty laggy depending on the turbo setup. Someone say 80 weeks. I heard he flew to China and picked it up himself. Someone paid $20. Already got that. Beautiful. So 4.6, Chris says, I got a 16 RCSB FBO, free-flowing white pipe, E85 100 shot. Worth upgrading the long tubes or keep the stock white pipe? Is the stock white pipe free-flowing? If it's free-flowing, leave it alone. With the new Challenger, would it come with a man pedal? No. Second shift racing, I don't think so. Because there's not many transmissions out there that can hold up to 909 horsepower and maintain a factory warranty. Like if you get a C6Z, C7Z, Viper, those can hold up to a lot of abuse over time, but no warranty is attached to it. You know what I mean? Lund locks their tunes. How can they steal them? Sorry if it's a dumb question. Well, you'd have to get fancy with programming. Let's be honest. There are forums dedicated to having a guy. Look, if you can hack into Hunter Biden's iCloud situation, if you have a programmer that's good enough, you can hack anything. But goddamn, like, no pride in your work. Like, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. If you say you're a badass tuner, that you tune your own shit, and are then known to be a tune stealer. There was a situation not too long ago where a shop was accused of straight up ripping a tune, and it became public. And I went, that'll never happen with Lund. You will never see anyone accuse Lund of stealing a tune. Because why would you steal something that's less developed than what you can make? It's crazy. Facts. Sauce. Gotta pay a subscription for that sauce every race. Gutted. N-gage only. Doesn't PCM Tech have a device? They do, but I don't know if we can flash it. See, it's one thing to have a device, guys. It's a whole nother thing to have it flash a vehicle. That is like programming, checksumming. There's a bunch of... Why do you think HP Tuners makes you have an internet connection so that your car can even be flashed? I think the checksumming is done up in the cloud somewhere. It goes, yep, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. Bam, now you can flash it. There's an art to everything there. AP is in the house. Like the goddamn chat, you lazy fucks. Yes, 416 people, 348 likes. Will multi-tune work with Gen 2, Gen 3 control pack setups? How? Think about it, Legion Fab. How do you activate multi-tune? With the cruise control stuff, with the steering wheel buttons. On a swap, you don't got nothing. You don't have a goddamn thing. How will you go through the menus? You'd have to custom make stuff? No. Come on, stop it. Sometimes you gotta stop it somewhere. Gotta hit the hay, but watch the rest in the morning. Night, y'all, says Ron Lowenberg. EPA overreaching and reaching around. Hey, Alex, I was looking to get an ESS G3 kit for the supporting mods. Would the 1050s and a bat be good for 750 on 93? Never, ever shoot for 700 to 750 on 93 on a Coyote. If you want to blow your car up, go ahead and try for those numbers. I like living in the 650 to 680 range on 93 and 10 PSI. Just because you have bigger injectors doesn't matter. You're using 93 octane. 93 octane is not good enough for more than 15 or 16 degrees of timing on a 12-to-1 compression motor, and 93 octane is not consistent across the board. 93 octane at Costco, Sunoco, Texaco, Chevron, Shell, Kroger, Kmart is all different. Now, the TR6060 doesn't hold up to the torque. The TR6060 starts to have issues in stock form in GT500s. Synchros, this and that. It's not that robust. It's very good. But on a 4,000-pound, 900-horse Hellcat, shit'll bust. I guess being rear-mounted is why it's laggy compared to manifold-mounted. Vince being for real, like hacking tuner by an iPhone. He don't even tune his own race car. He don't even tune his own race car. Who's he talking about? I tune all my shit. I tune my own shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Regarding boost setups, I looked into steel core kitties, but there's limited info as to what point booster power with factory high flow kitties blow their guts out. Was thinking cutouts. I guess you can do that, but that technically is tampering, isn't it? Is that technically tampering? Benjamin, this is a Cutter Live. What's up, guys? Cutouts to relieve pressure during spirited driving. Best tuner in the industry is Lund's, hands down. Only 4 tuner we trust and use, period. Shop race cars are tuned by you all. Client race car tuned by you all. We won't build a race car unless it's tuned by you. That's a great compliment, especially by a highly respected shop, PK Auto Designs. PCM Tech uses Tactrix adapter to flash forge in Australia. Then if it's something that's out there, the logging then has to be figured out. Because the data logging is very important, right? The data logging is almost more important than just flashing a tune. If for whatever reason we use a Tactrix device and flash a car according to you, GR Nut, then we'd have to figure out the data logging. And it has to be something we like. Quick, fast, smooth, high resolution. Oh, little man is out. Hispanic dudes are going to copy Lund's multi-tune and call it the Puti tune. Well, that's the funny thing. So if you can imagine trying to steal a multi-tune, you'd have to hack PCM Tech stuff. And you'd have to see how their layout and custom programming is. And if you hack a multi-tune and rip it, you know, if you suck it and try to make it work, oh my Lord, you are opening up yourself up for bad litigation, like bad, like suing the shit out of you. Dropping a like and watch after work. Our system, we have our guy's computer, go to the cloud reference database, probably the same. Thanks for the free game, brother. Keep on digging. What free game? What you talking about? What's up, Alex? I've been following for a while now, and I just got a Gen 1 and want to tune it. Should I get an RTD or try to find an N-gage? Honestly, if you can find an N-gage, that's your best bet. The N-gage is still superior, but understand this, gentlemen. N-gage is not being made anymore. It's a 57 Chevy. It's over, Johnny. It's over. There is no more. Where the hell is it over, Johnny? It's over.
It's over, Johnny.
So they don't make it anymore.
It's over. Nothing is over.
So
Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
if you have issues with it, you're foobar. You're, shit out of luck. He's acting like he's got a big block and can make big power on pump Haas. Gas, you mean? But Alex, the other guys will give me 750 wheel on 91. Is he talking about Chevy or Coyote? I think he's talking about Chevy. I'm sorry, Coyote. We have a lot of good info and data over on the Facebook ESS group as well. If anyone is interested, it says Boostin' IT. It says there's some data out there. I'm so happy we people ask the dumb questions that I am thinking. I knew the answer, I just needed confirmation. With as much people ask about 700 horsepower 93, sometimes you just have to take off the warning labels and let life sort itself out, laughing my ass off. Look, my car made 700 horsepower on pump gas. Then a ringland popped. Like a 3.6 pulley, free-flowing exhaust, headers, 93 octane, 15 degrees of timing. Oh, look, it made 700. Go out on the street. It's pushing its own weight. Fill up at different gas stations. Bye-bye ringland. Bye-bye motor. Miguel Mejia says, ¿Qué pasa, Alex? I mean, they could throw brass pads and Liberty gear set. I don't know, just a thought. No OEM company, no big three, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, is going to give you a super duper badass trans right off the rip. It's just not going to happen. And give you a warranty. You know what I mean? The dude in blue got a Gen 3 supercharged 750 wheel on 93. Yeah, dude, that kid is the worst thing that can happen for young. No, he's entertaining for young guys. He's an entertainer for young guys. But the problem is, once those young guys grow up and they get tuned, they don't ask the dude in blue. They don't ask Stang Mode. They don't ask Xander. They don't ask Cletus. They ask me, John, Dakota, Senior, Brandon, Nardi, and all the other Ford tuners for advice. But the dude in blue made 750 on 93. You guys want to hear something funny? No responsible tuner, I repeat, no responsible tuner will attempt to make more than 700 on a Coyote on pump gas safely. If he says, let's shoot for 750 on pump gas, run it at 0.72 lambda, shove 21 degrees in it on 11 PSI, he is playing chicken with your motor. Plain and simple. There is no other way of putting it, guys. So stop listening to the dude in blue. Stop listening to other people that tell you can make 700. Can you make it? Sure. Should you make it? Not if you want the motor to last long. Got it. Thanks, Alex. You got it, brother. GESI 200 kitties will hold up to boost and not throw a code. They're EPA approved. Just a lot of money. High mileage Gen 1s. I'm at 143. Still safe to worth modify? I would definitely rebuild the bottom end at least, or get a Gen 3 bottom end. Alex, any ZR1 updates? I found one I want. I just got to get with the seller. I found one I want. It's not located near me. It's a whole process. But I'm working on it. Guys, I don't like blowing my wad like that. I like keeping you in suspense, right? I don't want to say I have one or found one that I want to buy until it's something that can absolutely happen. So I'm not there yet, plain and simple. I'll trade my unlocked N-gage for a boosted 10R80. Country Drift in Indiana, there's a May here that consistently tests at E80 plus. Saw a post where a guy is putting a Coyote 6R80 in a Chevelle. LS guys are saying, why spend 3 times the money to make the same power as a basic LS? LS3, right? Like an LS3, like from a GM Performance catalog. By the way, PAS assembles the Performance Assembly Solutions assembles LT and LS engines. Just letting you know. Which is a Roush-owned company. Papa Ringland because it loaded harder on the street or just out of time? No, it's just It's not. It either had bad octane. I got bad octane somewhere. It rattled the piston at 15 degrees and 10, 11 psi, and it said bye bye. Look, a lot of these Coyote engines were built with. Look, they're built by. They're mass produced engines. They're not blueprinted, Billy Badass, some gentleman actually going in the ring gaps for boost. No, they're NA engines. The moment you throw boost at them and 12-to-1 compression, that's a lot of compression, and pump gas. That's the variable. If it was the 85, whoo, all the octane. But pump gas, maybe got a bad batch of gas one day, and the knock sensors couldn't catch it in time. How much do you trust octane booster to get 100 to 104 octane? Like Boostane and Octanium do a really good job. 1 bottle for 1 tank, about 14 gallons. Shell is good here too. I'm a young 31. I'm not taking advice from them motherfuckers. N-gage is the best purchase I made, as per Alex giving the heads up they were going extinct. Bought it the night before. The night before the price gouging started. Guy, there's a guy selling an N-gage for like $2,500. I subscribe so I can see the next breakup. His next breakup. Did he mention that Dude in Blue? The Dude in Blue should be the Simp in Blue. That Simp in Blue. Watch the next episode of his girl cheating on him. Variable belt timing. Dude, if you watch that video, Trans was acting up big time. You could see he was not happy. What video, guys? I'll do it right. I'll do it live. Fuck it, I'll do it live. If there's a video that
We'll do it live.
Was the Trans not shifting right? What's going on? Hey, Alex, how much power do 2020 GT500 fuel pumps can support on pump in E85? Just curious, I don't hear much on that topic. Well, a couple of guys have made upwards of 900 horsepower on the GT500 pumps in E85 and a 1000cc injector. Do I recommend it? No. Can you do it? Sure. You can be in the 800s, similar to GT350s, but the GT500 pumps I think are a little more like higher pressure, but you need it set at 1050Xs and E85 to be up there. But I wouldn't trust it. I would always get a return style fuel system at really high horsepower levels like that. But can you do it? Sure, just like a GT350. Watch out, Alex. Dude in Blue is into Puerto Ricans. Is his girlfriend Puerto Rican? Is a used N-gage worth 500? They're going for over the RTD, guys. A used and listen, Adrian Arellanes. The N-gage is the key to many things. Badass data logging, badass flashing, multi-tune. It's worth whatever people are willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? They're not being made anymore, especially the Lund Racing version. How much you think I can get on the streets with this? Imagine I go out to an alley and I'm like, I got N-gages here. I have 4 N-gages. Right? If I get out of Mustangs, I got 4 N-gages. I probably have a down payment for a house right here. So, they're worth whatever you're willing to pay for them. Plain and simple. Will the Gen 1 live with a 340 pulley Novi 2200 MS109? No. It probably won't even live with a 3.6. Look, the bottom end is good for about 700 on a Gen 1. If you want to play with fire and play Russian roulette, have at it, brother. I mean, I'm showing the crack. I am legit showing the crack. I have N-gages. You're carrying a pot of gold right now. $10,000. Right. Exactly. Yes, she's Puerto Rican. Good for him. Alex, then you know what? She's running the show. If the Dude in Blue hooked up with a Puerto Rican chick, she's running the show. There's no way he's sitting there going, make me a fucking sandwich, pendeja. And she's going to be like, okay, papi, you have such a big hog and you've never been cheated on and you're so manly. I'm going to make you a sandwich. No, not even close. Love you. You know it's not happening. Get a gold Cuban link and hang all 4. That's $5K in Alex's hand right now. Guys, I should make some kind of collar, right? Like, if you want to, what's a hard flex right now? Like, what's a hardcore flex? Fucking 4 N-gage. You'd be like, pfft. You just turn on, let me see. Where are you? Here we go.
Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, ayy. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound, okay. 100 pill, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice man and Gucci man make the trap, ayy.
I mean, that's better than crack. You owe me 21 grams. What does the N in N-gage? What does the N stand for in N-gage? Hey, R3 Drum Evo 9. You're in the running for the cookies. That's funny. What do I got here? Oh, tax documents. RM Drum Evo 9. Whatever the RM. That's very good. What's the N stand for in N-gage? Bumble swipes, $2,500 a pop. Make rings out of them, a full tank of gas. Right. Like, someone saw the video of the truck. If you look at my video of the multi-tune of the truck, someone's like, this motherfucker's got a full tank of E85 in the bitch. Hit the flex on the nose. 4 gauges equals major flex. 4 N-gages. 21 grams for an N-gage sold when Thanos collects all 6 Infinity Stones. The dude who blew dudes. Boost in IT. There you go. Oh my god. I'll put it up for a vote later. I'll do it that way. I'll put a poll. Hey, you just need to post a pic of yourself holding them for Insta while hashtag blessed. I bought an N-gage from a kid who was selling because he got mad that you told him to fix the problem on his car. I asked him who installed the parts and he said himself. Then he went to another tuner. Dale pa abajo. All you, puppy. $20,000 a pop. Torque means. You know the blue. You know blue dudes girl wear pants. Okay, whatever. Someone has to eventually come out with some equivalent to the N-gage. Bro, that's gonna be difficult. Like, how are you gonna do that? Because you're opening yourself up for major litigation and potentially, some trouble. Like, if you start manufacturing what the EPA says are defeat devices, guys, there's an article right now. Just do some digging. I don't want to give it away on the show because it makes it look like I'm like snitching or something. But the guys of the makers of the N-gage, look up what happened to them. Look it up. Just look it up. Alex is Tony Sirico at this point. N is for Ninja. Wonder when Mustangs will be flashable through an app on your phone on an OBD2 pass-through. Again, you mean like the diesel stuff had? There was like diesel guys that were doing that, which is basically It's basically this, dude. I mean, this right now you can, it says Alex on it because it's mine. This right now you can plug it in and flash it with your fucking cell phone. It's literally possible right now. It's no longer Hellcats and Trackhawks. It's N-gages and Whipples. 4 N-gages and some glue, and you're the king of puro pinche. Why do they call it N-gage? Why not C-gage or W-gage? Trade for a brick of that. Trade for a brick of that good. N is for Norte, fool. N-gauges are worth more than a bullshit 3-valve. I think it's called N-gage because you are engaged with the car's parameters. There you go. Pretty good. I don't know why I never asked why they, it is N-gage, like E-N-G-A-G-E or G-A-U-G-E, G-A-G-E, I don't know, whatever. EPA with the overreach. In this environment, it's unlikely. Like, imagine somebody, right, Alex, you're glorifying the N-gage. Imagine in this environment that somebody mass produces and manufactures N-gages. Like, imagine, look, there are loan customers out there right now, and I feel for them. They are super loyal, and they go, okay, you guys tune SET and N-gage? Yup, boom. SET says bye. We say bye to SET. We have cut off 30 to 40% of our people. And they're so loyal that they look for used N-gages or RTDs. And then RTDs, guys have RTDs, they're Lund tuned. Then they go, wait, multi-tunes available for just N-gage? Fuck. How do I find an N-gage? I don't know. And let's say you find an N-gage and you paid primo dollars for it, 1,000 plus. Then, for whatever reason, like someone mentioned Tactrix, let's say that starts becoming a thing. And then you're going to be like, fuck. So I feel for a lot of you guys out there. I feel for the struggle because I'm spoiled. I tune my own shit. After I install the converter in the car, put it in, and I got to tweak it, I tweak it. After I do anything to the truck and tweak it, I tweak it. Anytime I do anything to the white car, go from blower to NA, and I need to tweak it, I tweak it. I have full control of the tuning of my vehicles. And not many people have that at all. So I understand the struggle. Let's say, for instance, we live in an alternate universe, and I am not into tuning at all, but I have to rely on Lund Racing to tune my car. I understand how difficult it is, and I understand the whole rigmarole with the devices, but look, it's beyond our control. If it was up to us, we'd have N-gages, non-stop supply, warehouses and warehouses full of N-gages, and you guys get the best. It is a 10-year-old device. I saw this thing for the first time in my fucking life at the Texas Mile. Okay, the Texas Mile. That's where I met Lund Racing Junior, Senior, and some other fucker. And they showed me how it worked. And then 11 years later, it's still the baddest motherfucker around. I'm sorry. How is mass producing an RTD different than mass producing the... Sometimes I don't... Dead Rat Gang. EPA, get this, man. Unlocked lung N-gage on eBay for $18.99 right now. I got to use N-gage last year. I love it. Time to wash your hands and walls away. Pleading the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I can't say nothing.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'm sorry. I can't say nothing. Alex, sorry for the low IQ question. If I find an F-150 N-gage, what? Would you guys be able to unmarry and tune my Mustang? It has to be a Lund Racing N-gage only. Cookie Wiener, right? Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Let me see. Where is it? Where did he say that? Slow Sean. I can't say it. But that was pretty badass right there. I got one, but it's logged. Got it for $25. Badass logger. Alex is the Kermit T sipping meme. And Alex died from all the smoke. Rude. All the fucking smoke. I have my OG 2014 SET XF tunes for my GT500, still rocking 700 horsepower strong. You talked about a carved coyote in the Fairmont. I was wondering what intake manifold you were going to use. The only one I've seen is a crappy sheet metal one that Holly sells. No, there's one made for a 5.4, but you'd have to custom fuck with the head, the cylinder head flanges, but I just don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, Slow Sean. Love you. I love you. Introducing the new Lund Racing N-gage data logger Wink. Maybe the EPA was targeting certain companies. Look, there's so much I can and can't say because I don't care what anyone in the industry says that this show is not influential, that this show, we don't listen to you. Fuck you. Because every time I say something that affects a company's bottom line, I hear about it. Ford started talking shit, saying they don't listen to me. Bullshit. Kenny Bell, when it was owned by the old owner, always hitting up Senior. Why the hell's Alex talking shit about my shitty blowers? Then it got sold to AccuFab. You ain't hearing me talking shit no more. AccuFab's legit. But there are certain things you gotta shut the fuck up about. You know why? Those are the questions I have. I go, just say this. Let's say you and I are both slinging dope in the corner. Man, this motherfucker, let's say you and I are both, I'm not going to say this. Cholo Alex is going to say this. I didn't say nothing. Nope, I didn't say shit. Cholo Alex. Okay. Órale, Honzo, check it out. Let's say you and I are both slinging the rock in the corner. And then we both picked up at the same time. We both got picked up by the feds, right? Okay. And then I go out and I go back to the corner and I sling the coke. But you can't. Why? Thank you, Cholo Alex. Cholo Alex, I appreciate his appearance on the show. Totally wasn't me. It was Cholo Alex. Wasn't me. So yeah, I have questions, man. And the problem is, you know, you work in the industry, so you kind of have to like, you see it. You go. Interesting. South Florida Alex in the house. Taco Alex. You look as unique as breakfast tacos. Whoa, what the fuck is up with her, huh? Wow. Glue shortages for too many chargebacks. Puro 956 a la verga, cuz. Puro pinche 956 a la verga, cuz.
Pero pinche 956 a la verga.
I don't understand how I can go sling crack in the corner and you can't. Or I can't. I can't sling crack. Why can't... Tijuana Alex. Chichi Rodriguez. Send this man taco pronto. LK Alex, I'm Mexican. I approve this message. Well, chat, that's suspicious. Stop it. Ejecto Chato, cuz what's happening? That Cholo Alex seems like a smart dude. Cholo douchebag tuning. Cholo Flores. And the Oscar goes to Cholo Alex. Cholo Alex needs a blue Dodgers hat. I do need a blue Dodgers hat. Cholo Alex's last name ends with Ez and eats elotes. I don't know what's trash about free tunes for life. What? Sasso Alex. What's that smell? Remember Dee Dee?
Ooh, what's that smell? Sasso, man. That's Sasso.
So we all
Used to
know.
be wrong.
Look, you guys are very smart people. You're not dumb. You guys get it. You know. You know. There's certain things I can and can't say. I can't even allude to. But Cholo Alex is wild as fuck. He can say whatever he wants. Nick Rogers, thank you for the money. I appreciate you very much. Riviera Beach Alex in the house. Right, Mendoza. What Mendoza say? I don't know what's trash about free tunes for life. Right. Like if someone is giving you something for life, like what life? Like I remember that marketing ploy, and I thought, well, that's interesting. For life? Well, where's the money there? Those New Balances, bro, bellacas. Cholo Alex for sure has enough felonies on his resume to run a reputable shop in Florida. Oof, Omega 47. It is almost a prerequisite in Florida to have a record to run a shop. You go to apply for a business license, and the questionnaire says, have you ever committed a felony? No. Have you ever been in trouble with the law? No. Have you ever been caught for tax evasion? No. Have you ever stolen anything? No. Have you ever gotten put in charge in something and totally stole from the fund of that company? No. Then you can't get a business license. He went from Alex Flores to Alex Flores. You obviously like tacos. Not all of us eat glue. Looking for to get looking for to get a S197. You recommend MT82 or 6R80? Well, okay. What are you gonna do? You're gonna drag race it only? Go 6R80. If you want to have an enjoyable daily that you can turn, fuck around, and occasionally fuck around with in drag race, MT82. I like the MT82. It's just, I like stick shift racing. To me, Jeremy's car from Fat House Fab / Performance is badass shit. And that car's going to end up being 770, 750 by the time it's all said and done. Bet me on that shit. That car has all the pedigree on the planet going to be so impressive to see it get down. That car gets my dick hard. A turbo 400 6-second car. Oh, look at it separate. Big fucking deal. Look at it bump in. Who cares? Look, it ran a 660 at 205. No one gives a shit. Look, it ran a 770. Him shifting it. Badass shit. The life of the engine until it blows, right? That makes sense. The life of the engine. But Elmer's is so tasty. So Jake has a record. Application 9. Cholo Alex's. Stop it. I can't even mention that word. They come after me. That's a good one. Elotes for life. Life would be short without cholesterol. Guys, elotes are mayonnaise and paprika. It's nasty shit. Does the 3/4 shift in a 6R80 unlock the converter, then lock the converter once fourth happens? Every gear does that. Nitrous and bias plies. So if you set the lock to lock in second, it'll go 1, 2, and on the 2, 3, unlock, lock, on the shift, and the 3, 4, unlock, lock. If you have it commanded to lock in third, it'll unlock in third and in the fourth, and then lock again. So it almost sounds like a double shift. I was never convicted of a said felony. Whatever happened to Thought Driven? She's still pulling the motor out of her 350? I don't know what happened to her, but I think there's a picture of her with a Viper somewhere, right? There's a picture with, 23 millimeter, the 23 millimeter driven. And I don't know what happened to her. She's fell out. I think she's doing OnlyFans. Jake supplies for all the... I can't even mention it. Slow Sean equals Pookie. That dude in blue equals balls. Coca Loca tastes better. My mechanic better have more years in the pen than the experience in the shop. I did not inhale. Alex, what clutch do you recommend for an MT82 Gen 3? I'm currently full bolt on CJ, looking to get one now. The stock trans, you can do okay with an RXT. There is a private label clutch. I don't like mentioning the company, but there's a private label clutch out there that's okay. The RST does well. The RXT is a little harsh, in my opinion. Like, it likes to break gears. Honestly, you should upgrade to at least a stage 2 Ben Calimer, so at least the billet shift forks are good. You saw what the... Oh, here it is, right here. Sorry. Check it out. This is my stock with the private label clutch. Stock input shaft. Again, stock input shaft, Gen 3. It's, I don't know if you can tell, but she's twisted. She is twisted. So Ben Calimer did me a solid. Look at that. It's like my dick. It goes to the left a little bit. See? It's twisted because of weight and clutch engagement and the material. So eventually, you bend this shaft enough, it'll come on your face. No, seriously. You bend this shaft enough, the clutch will not ride on the spline. The disc will not ride on this spline smoothly, and it'll start binding. Here, if you twist the shaft. So the more this twists and deflects, the less likely you're going to have a smooth passage for the clutch teeth to grab onto. And you might have lockout issues. You might have shuddering. You might have just clutch engagement / disengagement issues. So honestly, you should upgrade your transmission if you do a lot of racing, because it's no joke. And this guy, I don't know what this is, but this is Ben Calimer. Got some REM and cryo polishing machine stuff, and the stuff comes out super chrome looking, like super, super nice when it gets it out of the polisher. So he sent me these parts, as my old MT82 parts were still, not usable, but good for art. Alex, is it worth it to upgrade to intercooler on a Vortec V3? I don't know. Like, Bell makes pretty badass intercoolers. Like, Jake's truck never saw more than 105 degree inlet air temps, maybe 113 tops, in 100-degree weather, back-to-back passes. So Bell makes really badass intercoolers. Tunes 3 valves for life, but the Voodoo isn't good for boost. Jeremy said, hold my beer. Obviously, it's built, guys. That motor is built. It is not a stock. I don't trust and again, it's the rods. I think the crank is fine. I think the crank can make whatever. You can make 1200 plus with a stock crank on a 350, but the rods are the problem. She got infected ovaries from that 15/16s, and oh, Jesus Christ. Alex, where's that sombrero in bed? Heyo. Can a Gen 1 Stage 3 MTD2 handle an RXT? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Stock MTD2s leave S550 faster than my father left my mother when she found out she was pregnant. He's trying for the cookies. No, it's either going to be Arm Drum Evo or Boost in IT. Did Slow Sean say something stupid that I didn't catch? 430 likes, 428 watching. Legit love it. How would you feel about running a 4R70 behind a Coyote looking to swap my 2-valve? Jake's wife is going to do that. Jake's wife has a 97 Cobra Coyote swapped 4R70 twin turbo, and I think it'll do fine. Sergio had a Fox body, 1100 wheel, 3,600 pounds. It was heavy. 4R70, kicking ass. Holy crap, that's nuts. RST baby. Hey Alex, do you take bribes so I can win the free cookies? Hello, folks. How did I get on the dating channel? You should sell that input shaft in jars. Yeah, I should chop this up and sell it in jars because apparently that's the new thing to do, to start selling dirt. People will buy it. Crazy how Brett has bought Joel Steele's car. Just found out he sold a snot rocket. Yeah, that's for the people that are in the know. That's old news. I think a customer of ours, Zach, bought the old snot rocket. He has FFRE built motor. Mine is FFRE built. Got it. I bet 4 rods. You're right. Rods are the weak link. Still running the factory crank in my build motor. Badass. You're not going to have an issue for that car for a long time. If you build a 350 motor, you can boost it to the motherfucking moon and not have an issue. I love that. That's probably going to be the next. Look, I would trade my GT500 for a 350. It has to be boosted, though. It's got to be boosted. But 350s are going for big money. Now, I would trade my GT500 for a bone stock, all black 350R. Oof. Could you imagine? I don't think anyone will take me up on that offer, but I would do that in a heartbeat. Yeah, he asked for the difference between tuners. Got it. I want cookies. That's a glorious car with a Coyote. Rods and pistons have always been forged weak links in their performance vehicles. EPA. Alex, all 3 on that list can win the free cookies. Let's take care of the people. I feel nice today. Red Rem Drum Evo 9. Boost in IT and Slow Sean. All 3 of you. You will hit up DoMyGodCookies _ LLC on Instagram. DoMyGodCookies.com. Each of you will get 3 cookies each or 1 bag of the coffee of your choice. Badass EPA. I appreciate you very much. I know that you and Melissa have a nice little side hustle going. And every time we mention Oh My God Cookies on the show, you guys get a nice little bump. And I just want to give back to the people because you guys literally go out there and buy cookies nonstop. So shout out to you, Mr. EPA, for giving 3 people today on this chat some cookies. So RM Drum Evo 9, whatever the fuck, Boost in IT, Slow Sean, confirm your identities, Oh My God Cookies _ LLC on Instagram. Hit them up. They'll take care of you guys. They have some of the most legit cookies. And you know my favorite thing about Oh My God Cookies? After they make a batch of cookies, they usually have a couple of left over. Those are the ones I pick up. Like, guys, if you sometimes don't know what you want or whatever, just wait till the batch is done. And they post on Instagram, hey, we got 3 YDBTs, 2 Tonys, 5 mint this, and boom, you can get them ASAP. So that's the way to do it. Not official EPA for the win. Can someone send me the Slow Sean comment? Bradenton Speedway is selling jars with old asphalt from the drag strip. I saw that. Look, I think Cletus gave him the idea. People bought it. So, hey, what are you going to do? Those R models are big money. I know, but that's the only... Look, I would trade my GT500 for a lot of vehicles and money on your end. I think the car's worth $70,000 all day. Now I'm putting a Sprag in it. I'm going to put AC in it. I'm going to make it street worthy. And you guys are going to see me driving that motherfucker around town. A low 8-second capable car. So, look, if you guys want to give me some money and an interesting car, like I would love to trade it for like a badass Fox body, but you got to give me a lot of money on your end because this thing to me, it's worth $70,000. Sorry. It's an 8,000 mile, 1,100 horsepower, deep impact blue, beautiful GT500. It's hard to give it up for cheap money. Adam LZ has a 350 complete dropout for $18,000 if you're interested. What? $18,000? You psycho? I'd rather go to the parts farm. I have an R, Alex. It's not black, but if you're serious, hit me up. I'm always serious, dude. Look, straight. Don't be asking for money on your end. I had a gentleman hit me up saying that he had a nice trade for me and he wanted me to give him $20,000. I said, "Are you fucking nuts, bro? You smoking that shit?" And you hit me up. I'm not gonna hit you up, kilometers. Thanks, EPA. I don't know why everyone hates the EPA, right? I have a friend with the RTD Lund 2 and Etterbox Supercharged. Truck is from Ohio. He failed Texas inspection. It would not let me data log the truck with my MPVI 2. Is that an RTD thing? We lock it. Matt, we lock the tunes. So what you're going to have to do is get with him. We gave him a certain channel configuration and a code that he can log with. And then specifically to that truck, based on the code and the channel configuration, you can log it. I need to try their coffee. Yes, no, their coffee's badass. It's private label, good stuff. Sorry, I was behind, but how do you control the trans on a 470 Coyote car? The Quick 4. The Quick 6 sucks. So Danielle has a manual valve body, so she shifts it on her own all the time. But if you get the Quick 4, you should be able to work it. I think that's awesome. What do you think about the 470 and the S550 pulling out an MTD2, decent overdrive manual valve body, auto? Also a good idea, in my opinion. In for elote flavored cookies. Don't take it in for alignment. What? What are we talking about? Don't take what in for alignment? The 350R? GT500 is definitely worth big money. Guys, go out there and see what bone stock. And I get it. Some of you purist homos are like, well, it's worth more money stock. Cool. This thing has 8,000 miles, built motor, built. The converter is $5,000, guys. It's a billet, bolt together, 258 millimeter. Now it has a sprag, which was, how much was the sprag? Oh, yeah, there you go. $663 for the sprag setup, okay? So it's not like I'm skimping on shit. $663.37 for everything. So the car has the best of everything except the Whipple. No offense. The Whipple it's a 4.5 liter. It's just a big old honker making 30 pounds. But if I put a 2650 from Magnuson in there, rear feed Magnuson 2650 with a 2.4 upper, that bitch will make the same power as the 4.5 Whipple and keep the IATs a lot lower. Bet me. And I'm going to do that test. Sauceballs checking in. Would you trade 500 for a Whipple 350? Of course. Of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. It has to be badass, though. It gave me some junk. About to order 10 cookies. Badass Donkey Mac. That's how we do it. Order up some cookies. EPA is giving away 9 times 6, $50, $60 worth of cookies. He just bought the Truck Evolution Performance, did the install. I have columns. Like, look, it might be the slightest thing as the tune wasn't finished and adaptive isn't on. Like something as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Reference to the Fox body that was trash. Oh, gotcha. Ah, damn it. I don't need two GT500s, but damn, Section 8 is badass. Section 8 is a bad bitch. I'm sorry, dude. It's a bad. When I'm done with it, converter, interior, I got the Scott Rod panels for the back. I'm going to put them in nice. Scott Rod panels for the back. Rear seat delete. I have access to the rear seats, and I'm going to hit up the old owner and be like, I need all this shit. AC, Scott Rod panels or rear seats, a sprag, and keep the trans temps cool. The car has been 3.5, 60 to 130 at a track. Again, 3.5, 60 to 130 at a track. 8.1, 169. I mean, with a sprag, it might be better. We'll see. That's too far out back. 8,000 miles, all quarter miles. Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. That one guy, you're not wrong. Oh, man. Yeah, but wait for that Whipple makes it worth more. Alex. Oh, I love it. I love the comments on Whipple stuff. Alice, can I get a bottle of your sweat and dirt from each of your garage units? Guys, I lose 4 pounds each time I'm in the garage. I'm gonna produce a video tomorrow morning. Release it tomorrow night around 5 or 6. It'll be just me putting the sprag together because I really want to know if you guys can tell me if I put it together right or not. Everything that I saw tells me I put it together correctly. But for those of you in the know, putting a sprag together, I want to make sure that you guys confirm that with me. And then we'll go ahead and slap it on the car Saturday or Sunday when I get back. Because I'm going to be traveling later half of this week. Can't stand it. Buying cookies right meow. Good for you. Yeah, Greg, I saw you making the Instagram post on the cookies. Dude, they're badass. They're bad. And their coffee. You can't build the car at all for that. Plus, all the younger guys are going to want to build it if they bought a stock one anyway. So get ready to spend on a build. Right. Alex, have you thought about running a low slung removable bars so you can ditch the elbow basher? No, this is a TIG Vision roll cage. Honestly, John DiNapoli, what I'm thinking of doing is just keeping the bars in there and jumping over them just so I don't smash my elbow. I don't drive the car that much, and jumping over the bars is not a big deal, and they don't scratch. It's got a really nice fake carbon fiber tape thing on it. It looks really good. So I'd rather just run the bars. Fuck it. I'll take that car off your hands, but can you cut me a deal? My father's dead. Jesus Christ. EPA, I won the cookies, and I wouldn't mind chipping in on shipping to pay it forward. Just saying. There's a black 17R with 12K in Alabama for 70K. They range from 65 to 85 from what I've seen lately. What year 350 would you want? Probably the fucking 18, because that's the better motor. 18, 19, 20 have the better motor. 16, 17, not so much. I asked why the RTD can be mass-produced, but the N-gage is discontinued. Yes, the JD Swag wants to make a sticker so that we can make a post of the cookie winners today. The new dead hook is Alex's sweat. Valley 10-speed crashed. I heard rumors that Valley 10-speed got into an accident. He's okay, but the car probably isn't. That car had an ESS Billy Badass G3 taking care of anyone from a roll. Rumor is he had a mishap. Hopefully he's okay. I'm sure he is. I know the car is going to be down for a while. Alex, is that an American Whipple? Might be more valuable. Yes. Yes, it's a 4.5 liter rear feed Whipple. Old school. Probably still made by the old man. Who knows? We appreciate Ford more performance. No need. We appreciate the support. Did you figure out an access panel on the Scott Rod's rear seat delete to get the fuel hat? So kilometers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something that has a grommet. So I have a hole saw that's 6 inches in diameter, and I'm able to just try to center as best as possible over the fuel hat and get a similar size grommet, so it's just removable. So I can just access the fuel pumps easily, because I'd have to rivet those things in, unfortunately. Brew Chain says, good evening, good evening. Just did a watt data log, my Odin 14, 171 air load on the N-gage. What do you figure horsepower would be? 171 air load, 14, 15 degrees, 670 or so if it's a manual. Did he send you a data log after the crash? No, I did not see anything. Damn, I hope he's good. Damn, I remember that video you showed us of him racing last week. All our engines are all the same years. The difference is all 350s came from the factory with R engines in both base and R models. 18, 19, 20 are different. 18, 19, 20, they change the configuration of the motor. I think they have deeper head studs, if I'm not mistaken, based on Fat House Fab's video. Anything we can do for Valley 10-speed? Look, I think Valley 10-speed is good. Obviously, we've helped out with SVT, and his dog passed. We helped out getting Bondo Bird to Mod Nats, and he's still working on that. Valley 10-speed crashed his car, and supposedly the rumor is, and I don't think he's going to do a GoFundMe. I think he's probably just going to say, hey, I'm going to take the L, see what I can do to bring it back. We'll see what the deal is. Alex, there's a Red Ruby 350R for $67.9 in SoCal. It's SoCal. But SVT Snake, hit me up on Instagram. Look, if any of you guys come across a 350R, preferably black, but if not black, ruby red. Oh yeah, I would trade that for the GT500. Absolutely, absolutely. There you go. Okay, he's doing it so that JD Swag can get the message. I need the Parts Farm logo as a sticker for the beer fridge. Make it happen. Would you ever get an M4, an M2, an M3? No. We'll be late. Late 18, I believe, is when it may have started with the second gen Voodoo. Got it. 19 to 20 Voodoo has the Predator block, says Ian Oz. I can't confirm that, but according to him, it does. All right, guys. Great show today. We had a bunch of fun. We gave away 3 sets of cookies for 3 guys. Red Drum, Evo 9, Boostin' IT, and Slow Sean. They all made us laugh. We had a good time. So this is why I cut back on the shows, because we have a lot to talk about. We talked about E85 Challenger. We talked about the glue shortage. We also reviewed a data log showing clutch slipping on a dyno, giving you a good indication of what it looks like. Some of you got it wrong, but most of you got it right. So at least you understand what we see and what dyno operators should start paying attention to. If you see something's wrong, let off. If something doesn't sound right, let off. Do the smell, take a whiff. What's happening? You can't just rip it over and over and over, smelling the place up like clutch and asking what's wrong in the data logs. You guys have a lot of control for this situation. So I'm not sure I'm going to be on until Sunday, guys. Usually I do a Thursday, 5 p.m. YDBT Daily, but I'll be flying around that time. So hopefully everything goes well, and I'll be back Sunday. I will release a video tomorrow, and I'm going to try to get another video up Thursday because I'm going to work on some stuff Thursday morning. Thursday night, I won't be around, so I'll try to get you as much content as possible. Please bear with me. I'm trying to make it happen. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the multiple video uploads that I'm doing. It's a lot of work, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm getting a lot of work done on the cars, and I'm trying to get you as much content as humanly possible. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll probably see you more than likely Sunday, but be on the lookout for some videos that I'm going to be uploading on the channel. Tomorrow, I will be on the dating channel, Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. That dating channel. We'll talk some shit on girls. It's a good time. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. See you later. Bye.